Hey everyone, how we doing? My name is Tim Pongrez and this is Focus on Detailing. Today's video, I'll be getting around to answering all of your questions that you put in a previous video. Without messing around too much, let's get straight into it. I do have most of the answers written down on some paper because I want to get the most out of your questions, as with quite a few of them, there's a little bit to get through. Now, without further ado, let's get started, and sorry in advance if I stuff up your name. So up first we have a question from Prison Break 427555. Hey, I have a high sensitivity to smell. What would you say is the best for renewing / sanitizing the car seats? Steam cleaner or maybe something else? Okay, so to freshen up your interior, there's a reasonably straightforward approach that I go through with that's gentle on the nose. Without a doubt, one of the best ways would be using a steam cleaner as well as an IPA to wipe down the surfaces. Little to no odor left behind, but a very clean finish on a bacterial level. Stains can be removed, gunk can be lifted, and it's left in a more natural finish. That doesn't quite satisfy the deep cleaning methods though. For that you'll need your extractor and shampooing chemicals as well as your APCs. Unfortunately though, there are few odorless options. The best thing to do is as simple as opening up your car and letting it air out. And to be honest, this can benefit many cars, whether you have a sensitive smell or not, as it can help remove the existing chemical smells that you may have been using before as well. Ozone generators can help with deodorizing as well, but I do believe you need experience with using them, and since I have none, I think it's best that I don't delve into it too much. The next question is from Stan Carleon. Hi Tim, enjoy your videos and straightforward approach. Can you discuss / compare Bowden's and Turtle Wax systems? Bowden seem to avoid cut and polishes and don't give a great deal of information on content, whereas Turtle Wax emphasise the need for their cut and polish and state clearly product content like SiO2 and graphene. By the way, I have used both on family vehicles all 3 to 5 years old in good condition. Last point, can you comment on the vast array of products on the market and how the Weekend Warrior can make the best selection from them? I've been following Bowden's Own for a fair few years now, and they get that question quite a bit in relation to paint correction. From memory, they simply explain that it's not something they're focusing on at the moment, as there's plenty of research and development involved with it. But they're always working on new and improved things behind the scenes, so we don't really know what's going to be happening, and they could surprise us at one point. They usually sway people to check out their Paint Cleanse and Restore, which isn't really paint correction, but it does have the ability to clean up hazy and dull paint. I believe Turtle Wax have come in waves. Many years ago, they were the bee's knees. Then they sort of fell by the wayside, and now they've lifted their game again. With the help of Pan the Organizer and the like to help promote their new hybrid solutions, they have become more prominent, and many detailers are jumping on board on an international level. Their new spray coatings are actually quite appealing. Turtle Wax have been around for a lot longer, and I dare say they've got a little bit more money to throw into research and development. I think they've timed it quite well with their new graphene infusion line to help for longer lasting, harder protection. Look, I like both, and I wouldn't count out having either as a part of your detailing arsenal. You're not wrong about the vast array of products. Weekend warriors don't really have to take in bulk costs as a business would, so that's a plus for you. Sure, a business could buy a massive amount of stock of a particular high price, reputable brand, but it does come with a risk. Like, will your customers even care? Cost is one thing, but it can also come down to personal preference as well. A weekend warrior could go with Ammo NYC. Top quality but expensive. Perfect if you want high end, but don't have to stress about continually bulking up on stock. Geon is really good, Swissvax is high end, and CarPro, Shine Supply and NV are a great one stop. You need to look at what you're comfortable with using, your skill set and what you want to get out of it. The next question is from Oz Holden Mitch. Keep up the great work. When are you coming to Queensland? Thanks mate, I've been wanting to go up to Queensland for quite some time now, but as you can imagine with the border restrictions, it has been a little bit difficult. It's looking a little bit better now, and I have got something in the works with one of my customers. He's wanting me to head up that way for something special, a bit of training to help further my career, so we'll just have to see how that goes. The next question is from Paul Attard. Hi Tim, hope all is well. Your opinion on ceramic coatings please. Specifically, when to use one and when not to use one on a vehicle, taking into consideration the age of the vehicle, condition and the maintenance. When is it worth it? Ceramic coatings are a great thing and becoming increasingly popular with the middle market. But when to apply a ceramic coating? The best time is when the car is mostly defect free or completely defect free if you're able to get it to that point. When it comes to the age of the car, same as before, it's best to get it defect free, but the other thing you need to take into consideration is if it's a different paint style, such as single stage, as some ceramic coatings are dedicated to those where others wouldn't be. Maintenance wise, it makes the world of difference with how easy it is to wash your car now, but the thing is, that's not an excuse to forget about it, as you still need to look after that ceramic coating, using the appropriate soaps. I believe a ceramic coating is worth it, as long as you place it on a well-prepped surface and you're willing to look after it. It'll pay off. The next question is from Jimmy Jazz. Hey mate, how we doing? Can you please answer my question? Is there a possibility of doing more frequent uploads? I love your stuff. Also, what are your opinions on a Type 3 Volkswagen? I have one. Hey mate, doing great here and I'm hoping the same for you. The thing is, I'd love to do more frequent uploads. I could be at work, at the gym, or just relaxing, and I could be thinking of a video to do. The only thing that holds me back is time, plain and simple. I work 7 days a week and I don't really get much time to make videos anymore, let alone edit them and everything else involved with them. This also comes with another issue, as the less you upload, the less likely you are to hit that algorithm, as you need frequent and consistent uploads, but I'm not giving up. I have many goals, and one of them is to make YouTube videos for as long as I can. Even if that means working on a video that could be 3 weeks in advance, I'm always working on one. I do have a soft spot for the classic cars, especially one as unique as that. And I could imagine, speaking from experience with having a relatively rare-ish motorbike, that parts would be pretty hard to find for that car. Am I wrong? The next question is from V Yongi. Was wondering what some good tips would be to start a detailing business. Have a massive passion for it and would be a dream job for me. Good question, but it really deserves a video purely just for it, as there's plenty to get into, but for the purpose of this video, I'll keep it relatively simple. Keep in mind, this is through my experience and personal opinion, so it can be taken with a grain of salt, but I believe there's several foundations that you can go off. Number one is know your customers. Who do you intend on directing your work to? Tailoring it to their needs, and how are you going to reach them? It's pretty rare to have high-end clientele when you start, but not impossible. Set goals, but be reasonable. Number two, know your products. Don't overwhelm yourself with endless forums about different products. Find some that consistently get good feedback from reputable detailers and give them a try yourself. Become familiar with them. Don't buy expensive products and expect expensive results. Your initial income may not allow for the hefty price tags, and you could be overcompensating for stuff that your customers actually care little for. Number three, know your socials. Social media has been a great tool for small businesses, and you'd be silly not to take advantage of it as much as you can. Get plenty of snaps of your work, as potential customers love seeing how their car could look after you've touched it. Number four, price competitively. Don't rip off yourself and don't rip off your customers. Price competitively and make sure you leave room for when you do become more competent and experienced, that you have the ability to put your prices up and not send your customers into shock. The last question is from Bear in Mind. Hey mate, got a Commodore Supercharged VY with some clear coat peeling on the rear bumper. How can I best fix this? Also some sun damage on the roof. What would be the best products and steps to get the best possible finish, as it is my baby? If your clear coat is peeling, there's not much that can be done from a detailer's perspective. You may need to take it to a panel beater and organise a respray. Aussie cars are prone to clear coat failure. Whether they're hard or soft paint, it doesn't really matter, purely because it's quite punishing here, especially with where I live. In terms of damage on the roof, I haven't seen it, so I can't say, but you might have the ability to fix it. Just depends how far it's gone. Start with a light polish over the surface. I say light because if there is close to being no clear coat left over that particular surface, you'll be in the same position as you were before, where you'll be needing a complete respray over that section. My old Ford XR6 had the same issue on the bonnet and on the roof. They're prone to it, and the way you can avoid it is just by keeping on top of it, washing it carefully and keeping it protected. Thank you everyone that dropped in your questions on the other video. There wasn't that many there, but the ones that were there were really good content and I loved answering them. So if you have any more, feel free to drop them in this one and I'll do my very best to answer when I can. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out the socials and I'll catch you all later. Here goes nothing. Stains can be removed, gunk can be lifted, and it's clean. Can you discuss? I've been following Bowden Zone for a fair few of Pan the Organizer and the like. They have, with the help of Pan the Organizer and the like, they have helped to promote. Why can't I remember anything? Alright, try that one more time. And with the help of Pan the turtle wax have been around for a lot longer, and I dare say you have the ability to increase your prices One more time with a bit more emphasis. I believe a ceramic coating is worth it if it's placed on as long as it's placed on a well-prepped surface and you're willing to look up. If it's placed on a well-prepped surface and you're ready, say one more time. If you place it on a well-prepped surface and you're willing to look up. Today's video is all about me answering your questions. Is that alright?